Right, so something's coming through about Rastafari and frequency. And I've just done I don't know what it ended up being, 222, 2 days, 22 hours, and I broke fast then. And so my frequency's changed, I've emptied the vessel, and I believe I'm on a higher vibration now. Rastafari, to me, those who live it truly, is a very high vibration. And the reason I'm being called on is obviously in this physical realm. Physically, I have white skin, and so a few of the things that I speak, like saying full joy and adopting terms that I found very powerful, because I believe that what comes out of the mouth shapes the reality that we are in. Every word has a frequency, every word has a programming, every word is a spelling. We've talked about this for a long time, so this is just setting context. And for me, Rastafari, well, not only for me, those who live it, it's a lifestyle. And I got some backlash and stuff when I found myself learning a lot from Rastafari, and I don't seek to be a Rasta. I respect all different faiths, and I say faith over religion because of the history of religion and how it's divided and separated in many ways, but I believe more in faith and connect with my soul and others' souls differently to religion. But I'm not here, this is not really about that. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I believe faith is really important, especially in the times that we're living in a lot of places. Some churches as well are a sanctuary for many people that need it, and there's a lot of people doing good work when it's not about separation and division or any power dynamics involved. And so without moving down that way, because I've got some energies I've met in the week that are sort of pulling me down there, is I was drawn, maybe it was a frequency match, I was drawn to certain philosophies, certain words, certain expressions, certain things that I learnt, things I share, things I keep for myself, for personal moments, with some of the Rastafari that I met in Jamaica, but also globally, in Kenya and various other places. And because I have white skin, like me saying full joy or overstand, inner stand, and learning about language seems to narc a few people, and that's where I think the Rastafari that I've encountered, or people that seem to have an issue with me, like saying that kind of stuff, means that they're not actually living a true Rastafari 313 existence, because that is not about separation, it's about oneness and togetherness. And judging me because I am white, so not inclusive in some of the practices or offerings that they put out, all the group work, which is cool. I tend to be a lone wolf, it's not a choice, I dip in and out, but this is just part of the path and the learning. And what I learned that is, dreadlocks does not mean you're Rastafari. You can just be a dread, just a fashion, just a trend thing. Kindness and honour and integrity and living in alignment and harmony with nature. And we're all of nature. So that means if we are in disharmony with others, we are out of alignment of Rastafari principles, which I resonate with. I don't live by them, I'm not here reading, and I do my own research. But it's all a frequency and a resonance, and those of us with white skin that are drawn to places, people, places and things of global nature, of African descent, of diasporic descent, it's a soul calling. And I'm not talking about appropriation and other things that people want to talk about, which actually came up in a conversation with a brother that I had a chat with yesterday. But it's all to do with frequency. And if we're drawn to places, and I don't mean addiction or obsession or pretending to be something that we're not, but if our soul is being spoken to, if that is the language of our soul, sound, vibration, music, foods, nature, immersion, well, it doesn't really matter what anybody else externally says about us. We need to follow that calling. Still continues to be people that preach that they are of one thing and that are pushing divisive and separative agendas. Almost not with a like mine, this is my group, with almost a possessive, and it's just a low negative vibration, and I have felt that. I don't always feel it. I feel very embraced by certain people, especially in Kenya. The Rastafari reggae culture and creative spaces that are expanding and infusing young, I'll say the word creative again because I've got so much other stuff coming through I can't think about another word. Creative spaces, it's so powerful. It's really rooted in love and the heartache. It's not about anybody being better than anybody else or not being welcome in this place because you're not this and you're not that. It's like, all right, you're that and you're that, but like, so am I. So come this way, you're welcome. And I really just would like to encourage and give honour and give praise to those that have accepted me in all different walks of life, all different types of environments, all different types of cultures, because you're going to get people. Like, I don't really do the group think thing, culty stuff. It's never been my thing. I'm a wanderer, and I've realised someone's called me Papillon recently, my elder friend. Papillon, because I flutter about fairy, whatever. I have a wild heart and wild spirit, and I get called 7-Eleven. I get called to places around the world. There is a calling because I'm connected more now than ever, but before I was still listening to my intuition, is getting called to places in the world with deep, some dark pasts. Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Istanbul, Greek Empire, Temple of Zeus, and just various other places. And so really we're living in a time more and more now where it's about love, and it's about being at peace and loving ourselves so that we can honour that in other people, so that we know what is ours and what makes us feel good, and the energy that we're projecting into the world, and what is not of ours. And regardless of whether someone thinks you're unkind or not, we don't need external validation. Only we know what we do behind closed doors and who we do things for or whatever, and where we get called or how we support the healing of the nations right now. That's only for us to know. We don't need to share our opinions with share our opinions. Also, we don't need to share our opinions. We don't need to share the reason why we're doing certain things, charitable acts or social or whatever. We have to move how we have to move. And I'm grateful for everybody that's shown me kindness along the way. But fundamentally, I'm still in this wanderer space, and there is that heart. And I realise a lot of my good, and it's far and few between now, the people that have stayed with me mentally for a long time and still I connect with as and when we can. 9/11. We are all wanderers. We're travellers. We're nomads, gypsies. Could be from traveller backgrounds, adventurers, soul and heart led. Soldiers, warriors. And some of us along the way that I've met have been stuck in a rut. We've all been there. Some of us can provide an activating energy which pulls people out of they have to pull themselves out, but should they choose, is to realise that the purpose of life is to live it. and we've all got to duck and dive and do what we need to do and make, I don't like the word sacrifice anymore, so I'm starting to use the word, we reprioritise what is most important to us for longevity, the long term, without planning, you know, loosely. These are goals and dreams and hopes and desires and visions and messages that we've had from those who have walked before us and those on the other side, tree spirits, whatever we connect with. I'm not here to be judged, and I don't judge others. Is we've got to know who we are, know who our people are, know how to walk forward in this life right now. And I don't want to get preachy stuff. I just get passionate about people judging people for moving in and out of spaces that they're not necessarily born into. For me, that's really closed-minded, very judgmental, and ultimately, because of the connection to past lives and stuff that I've awoken, is like, we've all been everywhere. We've all been everything. We are everything. Everything is everything. And so this separation, I can just feel it. Like, this is maybe like a goodbye to that old timeline. Is like, no one is here to be judged. We all help ourselves move forward, know ourselves, and get to a place where we can just share a positive, loving vibration without being dependent on anybody else, and honouring each other's journey in this together. Solitary moments, in nature, in beautiful community, fire circle sharing, however we flow. But there is no but. I'm not going backwards, we're going forwards now, and we're all carving this incredible, incredible uprising and bubbling of love and wonderment and community spirit and joy. And I give thanks to Rastafari because that's something that I align with. Many of the practice, I give thanks to faith, to anybody that's shown me love and kindness, and or shared ITAL food, or shown me new things, or helped me learn better and how to be better and do better and reflect on things, and, you know, help me change my belief systems, help me edit and tweak what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Whether they know they've helped me or not, I trust that I've given thanks and showed I don't know how to say that in a Rastafari way. Appreciation to all the good souls that have acted with integrity and with honour, without any hidden agenda in my life. All those that have acted with a hidden agenda, I wish you love and healing, but you will never my energy is separate now. I'm on a different path. The timelines have changed, and I respect everybody, but some of us all of us have got stuff to do. If we tap into it, we've all got a mission, and I've just got shit to do. So I don't really want to be around people that are divisive or blaming or name calling, because it's all about energy, vibration and resonance. And the people that have found peace in their lives, they're welcoming, loving souls. It's not about 1, 2, 3 any lower vibrations. I don't even need to say the names and the words, because I've said them before in other videos, and those timelines are collapsing. The people are rising, the people's love, strength, healing, intention is becoming more and more of the light, and I trust that keeps spreading and spreading and spreading for the healing of the nations. I'm here for it. I want to send love to everyone I've ever met, whether I speak to you or not anymore, whoever watches videos, like near or far or wherever in the world. This is our time, people. It's a beautiful time to be alive. 1414, it doesn't mean that we're not met without challenge and adversity, but the more we get better at it. There was that quote I think I put out, life doesn't get easier, we get better at it. And people need to take accountability for their own behaviours. You know, if people are going through stuff, we can support and love from a distance, but we can't also always be pulled into other people's drama. You know, some of us desire a simple and peaceful enough because we've got to move, we've got to maintain and conserve our energy for when we move in new, sometimes chaotic spaces. So nothing is ever personal. It's all about our own expansion, and well, I think that's enough talking really. Happy days, new seasons ahead. It feels like a great time for those who desire it to be.